Hello, Professor Morgan here with some advice on taking an online class. So perhaps you've never taken an online class before and you're about to, or maybe you think you have. Here's some things you should know. All right, first of all, let's say you want to take a class about teaching and about teaching youth, okay? And you go and you try to find something that fits your schedule, and the only class that you can find that you need to take is taught not in English, but it's taught in Spanish. Okay, now that may be a problem if you don't speak Spanish. If you show up to your class and all the instructions are in Spanish and you don't speak that language, yeah, that's going to be a challenge. Okay. Now, I'm not talking about taking a Spanish class where they're teaching you how to how to learn Spanish. I'm talking about a class on, teaching or social work or even math where they're telling you the instructions in Spanish. Now, what does this have to do with taking an online class? Well, it's amazing to me how many people forget that, when you take an online class, the way you are speaking, as it were, is through a computer. You have to have some basic technology understanding. You should know how to log into things and how to use a mouse. You should know how to use some sort of word processor, how to upload things and download things. Because remember, your classes are really on any number of subjects. I'm an associate professor of English, so I teach a lot of English classes. I don't teach technology classes where I'm teaching you necessarily how to use technology. I may show you some basic functions of whatever program we're using, but as far as basic computer skills, that's something you should come in with. Also, keep in mind that most online classes are something called asynchronous, meaning that you can log in at any time and do the work that's assigned at any particular week or whatever. And that means that, you don't have an instructor standing right in front of you to, ask questions to. So that is something that a lot of folks just kind of seem to not understand. Because I've had students say, oh, I've never used a computer in my life and I'm taking an online class. I'm like, well, then you got to learn how to use a computer first. So another thing you should be aware of is you should have a plan, a backup plan. If your computer goes down, or if your Wi-Fi goes down, or something happens, you need to have access to some sort of a plan, like a computer at the library, or somebody else you may know that may have a computer. Not saying you have to have two computers or whatever, but keep in mind that your computer is basically the way that you interact with the class and access the information. And without that, then you're going to have a problem. So another suggestion is don't wait till the last minute. If you decide to wait to the last minute to turn in your assignments and your computer crashes, or your Wi-Fi goes down, or your electricity goes out, that is your fault that you're not going to be able to turn your assignment in on time. And you say, Professor Morgan, no, it's not my fault. Not if the Wi-Fi goes down, not if the computer crashes, not if the electricity goes off. No, those things are not your fault. What is your fault is that you waited to the last second to do the assignment. Okay, there are things we can control and things we cannot control. You can control waiting to the last minute. Okay, now with a little end here, a little bit of advice, a little bit of encouragement, you can do it. So I'm not trying to scare you. I just want to make sure that you're coming into the class with your eyes wide open and understanding that you can do this. Take it one step at a time. You'll be fine. Yet also understand that this is online classes and they're a little different from face-to-face classes. There you go.